are on the site of the castle.
And it was the first time the Beatles had really stopped being semi-professional almost.
Look at that. Absolutely fascinating. That's what you do. You buy these players that cost money and make a difference in it. But we never do that.
Never complains, gets up, gets on it, with a smile on his face.
You just want you to sit in your chair and go, hip hip hooray, to the Western press and the Western narrative. You dare dictate you the same old, every single day, without this. If you haven't seen it before, please watch the first series, the first 2 episodes, the second series. Stallone. Do you know the lad who comes on here, you know, in the comments, Noah Hyde, and he's been praising Darwin all the time. Why do you want to get rid of him? God, blimey, I fucking hell. As the cop-out says, well, then Nunes needs to be more written. Maybe Fowler's words will come up. Maybe Fowler's words will come up. We will have to see. Nice win there, says Ed, absolutely. But we were all over them. They were, I tell you what it was like. It was like the fucking Forest game. Leave it easy, we talking about me. I said 10 minutes ago, I said, I can't take any more of this. I can't take any more. 10 minutes to go. I was stressed out the whole game, says Youssef. And everyone on here there as well. And Lee Brady, as he says there, thank God for that. But we need to improve our shooting, Frank. I've never seen a team around 40 shots at goal and struggle like that. Same here. What about the corners? We were talking about it at half time. The corners. How many corners do we need? Fucking hell, it's shocking. And you said these parked 10 men in the box the whole game. Yes, and they deserved to get beat. They deserved it. It was shocking. Anything like that. And I tell you who gets on my nerves, that there Franks fella. What the fuck's that? Look. So me put fingers down his throat and grabbed that chewy out of his mouth. Poor performance, but great result, says Paul Burke. It is a great result. We missed Darwin for Forest. He's good against low blocks. You're right, Youssef. You're right. And no one can argue with that. No one. And Copite says it took 36 shots to score. Blimey. Exactly. And Ahmed, hi Frank, hope you're well. I'm so happy we finally won. Nunes with goals and finally Chiesa coming on too. Yeah. Paul Burke says very slow and need to practice on crosses. Can't get past the first man. The corners were all right, but they were just defended. Well, we can't take advantage of any corner lately. How many corners do we need to get a goal? And Callum says, Elliott opened them up beautiful. He sliced it to length and Nunes in the right position. Yeah. But what I tell you what I don't like, and I was saying this to Lee, the slow build-up. And I can't understand it. You know, you get even Allison, you know, playing with the ball, looking around, see where he can pass it. They were awful though. Brentford, fucking made up. We beat them. Made up. Just made up. Elliott changed the game for me. He knows how to unlock a defence and can't look there today. Crack back well. He did. Nice, yeah, good comment that. He did. Absolutely. Good comment that. Copite. Really. And Dennis all the way from Tampa. Wow, just wow. Saving the bacon. Yeah, saving the bacon. Yeah. It's funny, you know. Dennis, he messaged me. He said, "Do you know what?" He said, "I can't go to the pub to watch it." He said, "I'm auditing." But when I read it, I thought he said, "I'm adulting." He said, "I'm adult now." I went, "Oh, wait," you know, so he said, "What are you up to?" Then I read it again, I'm auditing. See how you can misinterpret certain words. Labour, just seen Frank, we had 15 corners, need to use these to our advantage better. 15 corners? 15 corners? God, there's just one consistency. Darwin, lad, please, man. It's every 15 games, needs every game from now on to May. You've got to look at Brentford there. Now, Brentford were 2-0 down against City the other night, weren't they? And came back and drew. They were lucky. They were unlucky not to win. But how the fuck did City allow them to score 2 goals in like the last few minutes? They were awful. Anyone says to me that they were great. As Youssef said, they parked the bus. They parked the bus, and that's all it was. And blocking on the line. No hide there. Grabbing a vodka and telling to go the names after that, says Dennis. Don't blame you. Don't blame you. Absolutely. Vodka and tonic. But I said, because you're in Tampa, I had my doubts we would make a breakthrough, says the black and white boy. 40 attempts, but now the pressure back on Arsenal. And Noah, I mentioned you, Noah Hyde. As soon as it came on, if you never see it, I mentioned you. Good evening, Frank. What a win. I've said it, Darwin gets more chances, he scores. Twice. You can't, you know, a brace in the what, in 3 minutes, 2 minutes. That's incredible. The second goal was a crack. It was a nice little build-up as well in the area. Bang, 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 goal. But we can't afford to have games like that. And Forest, to be honest, we should have beat Forest. I keep saying this. We should have beat them. And when I was talking to Francine yesterday, she came last night to bring me this medicine stuff because I was dying last night. And she said, "How will we go out?" I said, "We'll beat them 2-0. I said, "We'll beat them 2-0. So, I said, we're going to carry on from the Forest game and we'll go at them. But I didn't think it would take this long. And Callum says, you know, it's a good point. Imagine Suarez having them chances. It's bloody 40. 40 now. Love that. Love it. 40 now. And Noah Hyde. Elliott simple pass to him. Darwin feints and scores. Trent passes to him. He scores. Szoboszlai and Gakpo have sold 3 games now. 3 games. And I struggled to. I thought Szoboszlai was good. He was the only one trying there, you know. He really was in the first half. He had one and he just couldn't get a shot right away. And then the goalkeeper, you know, that was an easy save, diving to his left. Then he hit the cracking ball. He hit it and it hit the bloody bar. It's Dennis Papara. It's the man who's adulting. Hiya, Dennis.
I was adulting. I actually I had to have a sales rep come to the house.
Wow.
I'm getting some new blinds put into the place. So yeah, he wasn't supposed to come until after the match, and he had a bunch of cancellations. And he's like, "Hey, do you mind, if I come early?" I said, "Yeah, come on." And so he's taking measurements and putting a quote together. So the best part was, because I was kind enough to let him come early, I got a 35% discount on the quote. So all's well that ends better.
And the Liverpool win.
Yes. And he left just in time for me to flip on the match to watch the 2 goals and stoppage.
Well, that's it. As long as you're seeing the goals,
Yeah.
You'll be able to watch highlights or whatever, the match again and the full. So it's no matter. It was, as the lads say here, to be honest, and it was a great win. And Lee Brady should have beat Forest, Newcastle, and United. Yeah. We agree. We should have been well away.
The only thing, Frank, to me about the United match, I mean, given the weather conditions up there, and hey, tip my hat big time to the grounds crew to get the pitch squared away, but it just looked miserable that day.
Yeah.
And I know they cleared the snow, and what is it, like a sleet, freezing rain type situation?
Yeah, it was horrible. It was really bad.
And I don't care how much money they would have been paying me. There is no way in hell I would have been lacing up boots that day. Especially even growing up near Detroit and having weather like that. Just
exactly. And it's horrible weather, as you know. Yeah. The Anfield Road says, afternoon, Frankie. He said, I'm down here in the stadium, effing ecstatic with that one. On me mobile, I think Darwin came through, and that right there is all we want. That's it. Get in the box and score.
Yeah. Well, and guess who helped him on, which other much maligned guy helped him on the first one? Double stick.
What do you think of this fella's name here? Black and white boy.
Was he a zebra?
Maybe he is.
That was my high school mascot up in Michigan. Yeah. We were the zebras.
Do you know what he says there? Feels like a while since. That's a very good point. It feels a while since we had a clean sheet. Canate back to Imperious best. Yes.
And I don't know if it's just me, Frank, or if anybody else out there. We always seem to have a dip right after the holidays.
Yeah.
In January. And I don't know if it's just a matter of, because of all the different, you think about it, I can't, and I may have mentioned this the last time I was on the show, but I can't think right off the top of my head any other club, whether you want to call it top 6, given the fact that 2 of them are mid-table United, but, what other club than Liverpool over the last 5-6 seasons have played as many matches and as many tournaments as the boys have?
Yeah,
And it's got to get leggy after a while, doesn't it? You know?
Yeah, of course. This is why, we do need players.
Yeah.
And in the January window now. But the point is, now we know that we're not going to get anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way it is.
Yeah. But I got one quick story, if I may. I don't know how well you can see this. This is my LFC koozie. That black squiggle is from one Mr. Zimbabwean himself, Bruce Grabelar.
Please, okay.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting him over on the other side of the state. He came, I think it was, 2023. He came down to a couple of clubs for meet and greets over on the Atlantic side. And one of the guys originally from the Dingle, Rango's old neck of the woods, he rang me up and said, "Hey, Dennis, do you mind bringing your guitar? And, we're having a meet and greet with Bruce, and we'd love for you to play and, help keep the punters around after they get their autographs." And so I got a chance to meet him. I think it was in April. And fast forward to that August, I was in Liverpool for my birthday, and I'm hanging out in Woolton with my mate Steve O'Toole because his dad lived there at the time, and unfortunately he just lost his mom recently. So we went in to check up on his dad, and we were legging it around Strawberry Field, and we came out because my mate Sant, she volunteered at the time and did work there at the visitor center. And so we're coming out and we're having a chat and looked up, and there's this bald guy with two friends coming up towards Strawberry Field. And it's like, "Hey, Bruce." He's like, "You're the Florida guy, aren't you?" And he's like, "Yeah, what the hell are you doing over here?" So that was really fun. Great guy. Great guy.
And then that thing with the Beatles on as well, because you're a big Beatle fan.
Yeah.
Which you didn't know. I think all the Americans are Beatle fans. I'm just going to go through some of these, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's your show, sir.
And Noah says, "Where's Anfield Road? And where's Anfield Road and Corey?" Well, to be honest, Noah, the Anfield Road's down at Brentford, and he just sent a message. So there he is, down there. He goes to the game. I told you that. And Lee Brady, after the Forest game, Frank, I said that on air, as a joke, "Where's Nunes when you do?" Yes, you're right. I remember the thing. Could be the turning point for us now. Needed a scrappy win. On we go. You never walk alone, says my old mate, Paul Bear.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah. And Copeye says, "Hello, Dennis." Our great American lad. Yeah, how about that?
Thank you very much. It's very kind.
And the Anfield Road replies, "Noah Hyde, I'm here in the stadium watching it. I'll give credit to Nunes. Fair play now. He can go on and score 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 goals instead of 5 he has." Yeah. So there you have it. It was great, that though. We can't take anything at all. We can't take anything at all away from the likes of the Anfield Road. We can't take anything away from Noah Hyde, because Dennis, he's been saying, he will come good. And look at today, he did come good. So, and let Darwin live and play. We need to support all our French starters. They need the service and love. But we do. If you heard our fans, at the end, Nunes.
Yeah.
Nunes every game. We get behind all the players. We get behind everybody. And you never walk alone. Yeah, that's it. No eyes. Anfield Road. How was the feeling when Nunes scored? It was a range of conflicting emotions. It was Copite. United at home, we were bloody awful. The fact that we came out with a 2-2 draw was the power of Anfield. Yeah, I agree there. I'm going right down, boys. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. Cop, I'd say, is raw for me. If Suarez plays, it's 40 now. And the Anfield says, I've got a video, gonna email it to Frank Only Court, the second goal. We was all still celebrating the first. That's right, because you just don't go, yeah, like other fans, we celebrate it, and we celebrate it well. As he said there, we were still celebrating his first goal, and he scores the second goal.
Yeah. And the sad part was my feed, there's a service affiliated with one of the American networks, NBC, called Peacock. So as soon as I got the sales guy out the door, all of a sudden my group text chat, including some fellow Reds, one's from Lee originally over that way, and the other one's from County Tyrone. And all of a sudden my phone's blowing up just as I'm popping the television on. And it's just like, it must have been like a 7-second gap, because I'm like, well, man, I'm glad the feed was a little bit behind so I could see the first one.
It's just great though, isn't it? It's a great feeling. It's a great, everybody's saying, everybody.
Relief.
Yeah, and the Anfield Road, he's down there. And he says, Callum, in that corner, I got to see Trent and Ibu, and people say Trent is crap. Well, if you watch his energy and the area which Mo leaves him alone and still attacks, he's an immense player. He is.
Yeah.
He is, Anfield. He is an immense player. He's absolutely brilliant, Trent. Absolutely brilliant. And he has got the energy, by the way. And I don't want him to go. I really don't. And I'm looking at now the likes of Hughes and people like that. I think that I want to read Dean O'Brien's after this one. Anfield Road, and Ibu is everything you want in a centre-back. Strong, fast, great at one-on-to-ones too. Totally agree with you there. So I'm going to ask Dennis about that little thing, but I want to read this first. Massive result, Frank, says Dino. The media was getting ready with their bottle narratives for tomorrow's papers. Didn't think we played that bad. I didn't. Just poor finishing, but look, I've not been shy in my criticism of Núñez, and credit where credit's due. Tonight, it's Darwin Núñez's world, and we just live in it. Get fucking in, Reds. I'm gonna go back to about Ibu to you, Dennis, if you don't mind. And the Anfield Road, what he says, and Ibu is everything you want in a centre back. Strong, fast, great at one-on-to-ones too. Would you like to comment on that?
Yeah, I mean, he's absolutely spot on. And no offense to Joe Gomez, who was very serviceable when he needed to come in and when he picked up his knock earlier. But yeah, I mean, you can tell there's definitely something missing when he's not on the pitch. And I think just the way that partnership he's established with Virgil, it's priceless for this club right now.
Yes, totally agree. Totally agree. And the Anfield Road, I hope everyone at home is buzzing with all that pressure back on Arsenal.
I'll be buzzing
all
if I have another
bucket today so far. Yeah, all away wins today so far. Come on, one Villa. Yes. Where are you? Dennis has gone.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
It's okay. Lead the whiz, kids. Big up, Reds. Never ends out that. And Callum says, honestly, them goals got Salah out of the mud. And I thought he could have done better. But, he can't be too critical to me.
No, his motor keeps him, and that's the thing I love about him and Diaz. Their motors always keep running.
Exactly. And he
They
breaks the
they
records.
will run their legs off every match. They get out there and they just go after it, whether or not you scuff a ball or a shot here or there, but they don't quit. And that's the thing, especially Diaz. It's the one thing I've always loved about Luis Diaz. He just keeps going after it.
Yeah, he's a good engine.
Yep.
And he just keeps going.
But one point that came up on the studio show here, we have Rebecca Lowe, Robbie Earl, and Robbie Musto. And they do a really funny pod. They're called the Two Robbies. But their podcast is really good. But Robbie Earl made a really good point. It's just like if this performance out of Darwin today, if that gets his confidence going, it is almost like having a new signing. If he can sustain this, especially over the next month or so, because they're going to need him to get through this. And Jota, I feel so. I don't know if this summer the guy just can't stay healthy.
No,
and he's a phenomenal player, but he keeps getting all these little niggling knocks. And next thing you know, he's out for a few weeks, and then he comes back and he looks great. And then I hate it for the guy because he's such a fun player to watch.
Well, one of the lads, Lee Brady, he was saying about Slot. Not Slot. I always say Slot instead of Jota. He said about Jota. He said, we can't be having this every game, more or less. He's missed 66 games.
Yeah.
In 2 years. Think about that. 66 games.
And
it's just nonsense.
What was it last season, I think, when Mo had to go off at AFCON and we were all worried because he was gone. But Jota came back off an injury and he lit it up until Mo came back, and then he picked up another knock. I'm just like, oh no.
You can't make it up. You can't make it up.
No. And it's a shame because he is a really good player. I mean, we saw, he bailed us out, in the last match.
Yeah, of course he did. Came on, scored one goal. That was it.
Yeah.
That's Jota. Jota is a great finisher, by the way. He's a great finisher. And it's just unfortunate that he picks up little niggles. But he'll be fit for the next game. I think he was fit today. But they didn't want to, push him, if you know what I mean. I don't know why, because Slot said, didn't he? He'll be fit for the next game.
Yeah.
And IBR, even in Franco, even in IBR. And anyone else think Villa do Arsenal today says cop-out.
I think they'd be up for it.
Don't know, do you know? I really don't know. The Anfield Roar, he says, them bastards singing, it's just Andy Carroll, then bang up that great drive home, that one will be. That's it, you know what I mean? He's just another Andy Carroll and bang, 2 goals, 2 minutes.
Ain't karma a bitch?
It is karma. I was only talking about karma today, to be honest. And people do feel karma. Yeah. Even if Frank can guess, thank you, Nunes. The simplest. Thank you, Nunes. Elliot, Nunes, Canate, Trent, best 4 players, says the cop-out Callum. Best cop-out in the world is Callum. He's known to be the best cop-out ever. In the history of cop-outs, he's the best. And I've made him the best. And Dino says, Nunes gets the glory, but I thought Trent was the best player on the pitch, and it was his assist for the most important moments on the pitch. The first, his energy and quality today, getting up to support the attack and back to defend, gets absolutely no help from Salah, by the way. He was the difference in his ability to produce when it mattered most. Well, you've just mirrored what Anfield Roar said, and he's down there. He's actually down there, the Anfield Roar, So you've just mirrored what he said about today's game, and in particular, Trent's contribution.
And I know Trent got a lot of stick for his performance in the United match, but again, I can't even begin to imagine what it had to have been like to have played on that pitch in those weather conditions. That to me, weather is always the great equalizer. I think it's slowed Liverpool down. It didn't allow us to do what we normally do in terms of how we like to press the ball up, and it allowed United to do what they do. So this, to me, this performance today, Soboslai, oh my God, the poor guy did everything but score, and I hope this is a nice little confidence booster for him as well.
Yeah, I thought he was great. I thought he was really good today, to be honest. And as I mentioned before, that shot he had, that hit the bar, that was unlucky. That was so unlucky. I thought he was very good. And the cop I'd say is Nunes will get the nod next game, in my opinion. And my old mate Steve Evans.
Hey, Steve.
Steve, don't you?
Yeah.
Every time I turn Facebook on or YouTube, Don Carlyle is on. What the fuck is going on?
God.
And the Anfield Road says, I shouted Tagliatelle like Zaki Hazel, and he looked at me like I'd asked to go out with his wife. The stewards got covered in soup when them goals went in. That Brentford away area for fans is crap, yeah. Yeah, I got told that actually, Anfield. I really got told that. Listen, send all our love and everything else to all the lads around you. Because I've always said, that I've always praised our away fans. I love our away fans. They're the soul of our supporters, in my opinion, because they go everywhere.
That is on my personal bucket list, to actually be in the away end with the traveling publics. That would be such a phenomenal experience.
You've got to, when you come over, you're not staying just a few days and playing at the Cavern. Make sure that you're coming to a match, and if there's an away match, go away with them. They won't have to look after you, And they're great lads. I know some of them. Well, I know a lot of them, to be honest. And the Anfield Road is one of the lads, you know what I mean? The smashing lads. Honestly, Steve Metcalf, Carlo Muscatelli, Jegsy Dodds, they're all great Reds, every single one of them. And they look after you. They really would. And you'd have loads of pints or gin and tonics, whatever you want. Leader Wizkid says, do you think Slot will rotate much in the week versus Lille, or go full out for finishing top? I'll ask you that. I've got my own interpretation of that. What do you think, against Lille on Tuesday?
Yeah, I honestly, given the position that they're in currently, I wouldn't blame him one bit if he, they're pretty much guaranteed to move on in the tournament. So, if we can get some critical guys, rest and keep the pressure on the league, because that Everton hasn't been, that match hasn't been rescheduled until February 24th. So, yeah. We're going to have, league matches in between now and then that I think, want to ensure to keep that buffer between whether it's going to be Arsenal or Nottingham Forest. So, yeah, I wouldn't blame him if he did.
See, the point is as well, if we play, I'm just surmising it, if we play a full team, Dennis, right, and we beat Lille, that's it then. You can play a load of kids in the next game, in the next Champions League game. You can. So what I'd do, to be honest, I'd put our lads, and I'm talking about our better players, for example, on the bench, every one of them. and I'd play some of the fringe players. I'd play the likes of Quansah.
Yeah.
I'd play the likes of Kelleher. I'd play them all, to be honest. I would play them all because we have got a strong, these kids that are coming through are very, very strong.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you who else I'd play. I know it sounds, whether they're in the squad, I don't know, because you have to make a squad for the Champions League, if you know what I mean. And you've got to stick to that squad. So there might be some of them who, we could say, oh, play him. And they're not in the squad, so they won't be able to play, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, play a few fringe players.
Give him a run in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why not? So
if you got the good, the heavy hitters on the bench, you can always bring them in, 60th, 70th minute if you need to. But yeah, if you can rest them. And again, the key word that kept coming up the last 2 seasons, not going to go there this year, but I think I don't know if it's just maybe me, Frank, but I think maybe this year the emphasis is going to be on winning the league.
Yeah,
Champions League will be the cherry on top or bonus, but I think the emphasis is going to be on the Premier League.
You're absolutely right there, because we're in the driving seat, and I put it this way: we're in the driving seat, and it showed true mentality,
the
winning mentality, and if we've got that back, that was a great win.
Yeah,
as I said, that was a fantastic win. So. Let's see what the next game brings. And let's see if Nunes starts or come off the bench, because I like, someone mentioned there, young Elliott. Now, I like young Elliott coming off.
Yeah, I love Hardy.
He's got full of energy. He's full of energy.
Yep.
And he knows how to move the ball and everything else. He really does. And that makes a difference. But when I've seen him start games, and I'm talking numerous of games, he's not that impact. He doesn't have the impact, in other words, as coming off the bench, and that's just my opinion.
No,
I think
you're right.
Nunes should start, though. I really do.
Well, that's why they pay him the big bucks. We'll see how it shakes out.
Well, that's it, exactly. And Copite says, didn't Chiesa get the second assist?
I think he did. I have to go back and look at it, but yeah.
Yeah, because it's happened so quick, didn't it? And we were all celebrating and everything else, and you forget, you're just looking at him,
Well, I knew he was one of the first ones over to Darwin, so it might be right.
I thought it was Trent who got that assist. I'm not quite.
They did the first one.
Yeah, the first. Yeah.
Well, good evening.
Ali Danush, good evening. He's
good afternoon.
Do you know where he lives in Rome? He's a Romanian lad.
Ah, okay. Dracula land.
He's going to live in Zakinos.
Wow.
In Greece. He's going to live in Greece, which is great. Good for him.
Yeah, I did 2 tours in the Mediterranean while I was in the Navy, and unfortunately I didn't get to go to Greece once. And that's also on the bucket list.
No, I've been to a few Greek islands, to be honest, in time past. And I've really enjoyed myself. Great people, great everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we got there's a huge Greek diaspora in the Detroit area. So, yeah.
Well, IBR, what's your take on this? It was good to see Chiesa get minutes. What's your take on
that? No, agree. I mean, if he's getting to the point where he can make a contribution, by all means, get him out there. Give him a run.
The Copite says, I'd love to go away when I get get back in employment. Just tried to get my qualification for my first job.
Good
Well,
luck.
I've got that many qualifications. I'd love to give you them. I've got what you call a TEFL, teach English as a foreign language.
Yeah.
And I could have gone anywhere. I could have gone to China, believe it or not. Could have gone there to Shanghai. There was a college there, and they were asking for, English teachers with TEFLs. You've got to have a TEFL, what you call a TEFL. And I was like that whether to apply, and I didn't apply. I had a job in Rome with the same. I had a job to go there, but unfortunately something stood in the way, a barrier, and I've always regretted it ever since. A few years later, I applied for another job in Sicily, and Messina, and I had a job there, and I never went again. So they're regrets, you have regrets in your life. So
yeah, I've had my share of head scratchers, that's for sure.
Yeah, we've always had everyone on here, like young Callum, for example. The Anfield, my dad loves you, Frankie. One day he might come on the pod, in my opinion. All of us down here are cold, but we're warm now. Only disappointment is being near that Anfield rap lot. Don't even, Are they there?
I met those guys not too long after I moved down here from Tennessee in 2018. That summer tour, when Liverpool played Mourinho's United at University of Michigan Stadium, they had about 114,000 people. And this is a university college football stadium that came out. And I was about 20 rows back behind the goal when Shaqiri hit that bicycle kick goal. And but yeah, it's
No, I don't. You see, the likes of the Anfield Road, he's down there now. He's with a loads of lads. They're all freezing, actually, but they're all warm because of the wind. Point is, with these lads, these should be given some sort of accolade, by the club, not these so-called podcasters who support everything that's being said by the club, whereas we come out and say it as it is. The likes of bringing people in, bringing players in.
And it was a big shocker for me, Frank. George Sefton was kind enough. I bought a copy of his book. And, he autographed it and left a nice little note in it for me. I was absolutely shocked with how many times he had to dig into his own pocket or just for different situations that he had to take care of things on his own without any support from the club. And that's not just the current FSG bit. No. This is going back decades.
Yeah. Well, I used to be on the LFC TV. I used to be on LFC TV, and I always remember one of the producers coming up to me and saying, "Do you know what? You say it as it is." Whereas, others people who come on, just the ordinary fans, guests, and they're just going along with what you're supposed to, following the narrative. I've never followed anybody's narrative.
No, you never. As long as I've known you, no.
You know what I mean? So, anyway, that's what he said. And that Rodgers, I hate saying his name. Rodgers went like that. He seen me one night, and I said, "Well, we're going to win nothing with him. I'm telling you now, I'll state it here, we will win nothing with him." And he went like that. There's in this story, and he used to look in. There's in this story, and he said, "I don't know his name." He said, "But he's always criticising me." He said, "I don't want to see him on anymore." That was that. That was that. I wasn't seeing anymore. But that's the way it is.
Yeah.
But I made great friends. Jan Mulby, great fella, Jan. Ian St. John. Ian St. John became a great friend of mine.
Mm.
Barney Rubble, Chris Lawler, they became friends. Every one of them. Tommy Smith, Tommy Lawrence, they never appeared on there. The only time I ever seen Tommy appear was when we did a documentary about Inter Milan.
Mm-hmm.
Ian Kelly I knew well, because I used to work for his auntie as a Saturday boy. When I was at college and that, so it was great, just great. Anyway, Farhan Mulani. Let's get back to the old football.
Yeah.
Darwin the saviour. I was really worried, but we really need a better number 9. I don't know why we don't start Darwin or Jota, says Mulani. What do you think of that?
Well, unfortunately, Jota can't stay fit, so that takes away one part of the equation. But my personal nickname for Darwin is Captain Chaos, because again, he's another one. Yeah, for all of his miscues, especially inside the 6-yard box, he's another one. He'll work his ass off for the club, and he just goes out there and he'll get really physical when he needs to, on and off the ball, and he tries to get out there and create something, anything. But I don't know if Arne just feels better with a more finesse front 3. But and I think he has given Darwin plenty of opportunity. Again, just for whatever reason, he just hasn't been able to cash in all the time. But he definitely made the most of coming off the bench today. So we'll see how that pans out.
Yes, we have to. And Leader Whiskers, winning momentum is good for morale and it's minutes for the second string players. I agree with you, Frank. That was Sabine about, the players playing at Lille.
Right.
And Steve, let's go, champ. Good to see you, man. Steve. Finishing top of it, first of all, in the UCL will be a statement to the world, says Leader Whiskers. That's what I mean, we can't take this too lightly because we want to finish as high as possible. We want to be seeded, you see.
Right.
And once you're seeded, you're playing, I don't like saying this, but you play lesser teams. It's a very important, just imagine being champions of Europe for the 7th time.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, what do you guys over there think about this new UCL format? I'm not a fan.
No one is. It's ridiculous. All the games.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Should have just had the Champions League. Never mind this new format.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't. Why are you trying to fix it?
More money. It's just making more money, not for us, but for them. If you know what I mean.
And I've got one of my best mates here. He's originally from Italy. He's a big Inter fan. And we were talking about this earlier this week, and I don't mean to go off LFC topic, but I don't know if you saw any of the Italian Cup matches that they played in Saudi. I'm like, why in the hell are you playing domestic cup ties, semifinals, and final in a foreign country? I don't, other than obviously it's Saudi and it's all for the money, but it was just absolutely ridiculous that they did that.
Well, the way America, I'm not talking about you, honestly, I'm not, when I say Americans, I'm talking about these oligarchs who own the likes of Liverpool, for example, and other major clubs in the Premiership. They want to play Premier League games in America.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's ridiculous.
I enjoy the summer tours, the preseason matches and everything. The players and the legends that have come over, they're very excited.
You can go to a match anytime you want.
Yeah.
You can come over here.
Yeah.
And exactly. What you do, you're always here. if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I know we're ramming the NFL down London's throat. Unfortunately, we're also sending some of our crappiest teams to go play those games. But, they're talking about playing NFL regular season games in London, and that didn't go over
No,
very well here at all either.
yeah,
So, it's just like,
exactly.
again, it's just a cash grab, and it's so cynical, isn't it?
Yeah, very cynical. Well, what you get, let's be hypothetical. What you get here, say like Liverpool played Manchester United at the Shea Stadium or wherever they play, even in Boston, that Red Sox place,
Yeah.
and they played there. And Liverpool, say they played it, it'd have to be a week, even a midweek, say they played a midweek game. It's getting there, it's getting back. But Liverpool and Man United would still have to play at the weekend.
Yeah.
Or, if they played at a weekend in America, they'd still have to come home because there's bloody midweek matches, whether it's the Champions League, whether it's the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, or whether it's another league game. It's ridiculous.
No, I don't want. I don't want them to do it. I mean, either way, to be honest. I mean, again, in the NFL, it's a little bit easier because obviously there's significantly fewer games that they play. They play 17 a year, and they even get one weekend off. So technically, it's an 18-week season. Every team gets a bye week that gets scattered per team across mid-season. So a lot of the teams that go to London, they'll get either the following weekend off, or they won't have to play until now. They're doing Thursday night games in addition to Monday night and Sunday games. So yeah, it's just I don't like where any of this is headed. It's just like, just keep it the way it was and
keep it the way it was. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know me, Frank. You're not going to have to twist my arm to get on a plane to come over there to go watch a game.
No. Because you're always here.
Yep.
You're always here, which is great. It's great for you and for your what you do, because you've got the Incurables T-shirt on, because I'll have to tell the people.
There's me.
That's their band. That's their band. That's what he's wearing, and he plays at the cabin as well.
Yeah, I tell you what, when I'm going to be 60 later this year, and when I do go back home and see friends that I grew up with, and just have the opportunity, because people that do follow us and our contemporaries, we all grew up listening to the same kind of music, and having the opportunity to go over there and do what we did. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to come this year to play or not. I'm hoping we do, but
yeah.
If not, it'll definitely be next year. But I might just go over on my own anyway. But that's the thing, my friends.
Yeah, you'd still be able to play though, wouldn't you, as well?
Yeah. But everybody's like, we talked about, you mentioned about how, my mom saw the Beatles in 1964 in Detroit, and I still have the program from that. And I got Frida Kelly to sign it when I met her when I lived in Nashville. Lovely lady. But, my friends are just like, you actually did the stuff that, I joined a band. I went to a recording studio, made some records. Granted, I'm not like, touring stadiums or anything like that. But to have actually been on the stage at the Cavern, that's probably been the biggest wow moment in my life.
Yeah. And Paul Kappa's opened it as well.
Yeah.
Tony O'Keefe, all these lads. Listen, I've got to get on to the. Come on my ordinary show on a Monday night and talk about everything like that. Why don't?
Yeah.
All right, sort it out for Monday. Unless we've got a guest already, on. So that'll be great. A link will be sent to you anyway.
Yeah, Mondays are always good for me because I'm working from home all the time. So, yeah.
Excellent. No, that'll be great, Darren.
Okay. Well, I'll leave you guys to it. I'm going to get a refill, and then I got to head out the road. I've actually got a date later tonight. So, We'll see how that goes.
All right, the Azor, not ours, and the Azor, yeah, that's okay then.
Take care, everybody.
Ciao. See you later. That's tennis. Anyway, the Scousers, I think this is a cracker one. Great win by Bournemouth today at Newcastle. Apparently, all the players have signed new contracts since Richard Hughes left. shows you what impact he had. Hey, Richard Hughes. Steve says, great win today. Brentford sat deep, made it very difficult for us. We broke them down finally. First EPL win this month, first clean sheet, first 3 points this month. Trent Elliott got the assists. And Ali Danu says, Zycanthus going to steal a Greek lady. There's loads of Scouse ladies over here, you know, Ali. Send one over for me as well. Anyway, Noah, you can only imagine the celebration and emotion I felt when Darwin scored so late twice. It's like the universe opened. I did mention you, you know, when I first came on there, Noah, I really did. Really did. At least we're getting back to the football now. TW, I thought it was Harvey, but could be wrong. I was on the ceiling. That's unbelievable. Leader Whiskers. Richard Dave, more like, started to think he's a myth like Nessie and the Yeti. Exactly, he is a myth. He is a Yeti. Richard, he's fucking hell. You're right there, lad. He's a Yeti. He's a myth. The enigma. Noah Hyde, says the Anfield Road. Bet you spilt all your Robinson's fruit juice down yourself. You've got a reprieve now. You can glow for another month. To me. Yeah, it's karma time, I'm afraid. Anfield, this is fucking great. Just a personal trainer job, seen as go to the gym every day, really helps mentally. Would recommend it for anyone, just a few more assignments. Oh, that's great, that. So is that what you're studying? Personal trainer. You can come down to me and you can train me. I'm absolutely gone, mate. Gone. 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 And Steve says, great win by Bournemouth today. Clive Houston, outstanding players. I wanted both at LFC and certain divvies laughed at me, and now I'm laughing back at them. Certain divvies. I didn't. I don't think anyone on here did, to be honest. Love Darwin. He's always put in the effort, says Noah Hyde. You can see teams are fearful of him when he plays and fumbles their passes because they know he's quick. It's an Origi effect. That's a good point, actually. Good shout, that. The Origi effect. And he done nothing when he left, did he? When he went to AC, now he's back here. He's done absolutely nothing. And the Anfield, hello, Dennis, as well. Sorry, I didn't want to ignore you, lad. See, with Dennis, I couldn't get. He was just talking. That's why I said, come on the history show. He likes our history, by the way, as well. I'm finally benched Robbo. Wow, Robbo better off on the bench. Better off the bench, sorry, says Steve. Yeah, you know, we expected it though. The way Samikas played against Forest when he came on. And the cop-out says, Been to the gym nearly 2 years now, 1 month away from 2 years. Well, must have muscles like Popeye then, eh? Superman, Super Callum, or Super Coplite. Good luck, Popeye Callum. Hope you get it, mate. Says Leader Whiz Kid. Yeah, and the Anfield Road. Say it, no, I'd say it to the Anfield Road. The internet froze when he scored. It was that epic. Love it. A small mention for the great Dennis Law, says the Anfield Road. He passed away, a true British great, should have played for us, but nevertheless, great player. Absolutely. Mentions it this morning on the film and TV review, but we never spoke about. We spoke about a couple of films. Then football came into it. Dennis Law, as I said, mentioned, and the current affairs and follow the narrative, and which I fucking don't. Steve says, great to see Elliot Chiesa given some minutes. Arms subs, that is, Nunes Elliott helped to get that win today. In other words, great substitution. But we expected Nunes to come on, to do something different. Did he do something different? He's got fucking sick. The Anfield Road. Noah Hyde, I bet. Wish I put a few quid on Darwin. Bet I would have got, what, 2,000 to 1? Anfield Road, 100% agree, says the LBR Stella. Probably top 10 British players or in that conversation. Yeah, that's Dennis Law. Another football legend, aka King Dennis, passed away this week. Condolences to his family. That's nice. That's nice. That's lovely. That. And Paul Owie, I thought Gravenberch, McAllister, Diaz, Salah, all off the pace today and need rest along with a few others for the CL. Yep. You can have them on the bench, as I mentioned before, to be honest. Lille should be a game for Elliot, Nunes, Chiesa, Dans to get minutes. I never mentioned Dans because I don't think he's in that squad. You've got to name a squad, Champions League squad. And if they're not in the squad, they won't be able to play. And I'm sure that he's not in. And Steve says, hopefully those 2 goals by Nunes helps his confidence. Well, it should do, shouldn't it? And goes on a scoring run till the end of the season. But do you remember when who did he score again? Bournemouth. With that cracker. And everyone was saying, there's his confidence back. That should help him more. But I think a brace. Let's not get carried away, boys. Let's just enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. And the Anfield says, Steve, hopefully for him, yeah, what the goal. Hi Frank, how are you? As you can imagine, I'm really buzzing. Yes, Tal. Yes. Tal with the goal. When Jota got injured, says IBR, I was really worried for today as Mo and Diaz look out of form and Nunes lacking confidence. Honestly, I'm not just saying this. I wasn't. I said to my daughter last night, she said, how do you think we'll go on some other days? Beat them. We'll win 2-0. She said, will we? I said, yeah. She hasn't got hold of me yet. And Darwin says, where are all the aces now? Oh no, they're being odds down there actually. They're at Brentford, the Anfield Road, for example. And he's very humble. We all back our players. This is what I've been saying constantly when people have been going on about Darwin. You know, we back our players no matter who they are. And when I said that, one of the comments came up and said, of course we back them. If you're backing Chelsea, we back our players. Yes. Steve says, who's your guest today with the Yank accent? He is American. He's originally from Detroit. He's in a band, big Liverpool fan. And he just come over, by the way. Dennis Paparak. Good lad. Friend of mine. Trent's second half was awesome, says Steve. He was fucking brilliant. Sorry to do this, you know. Like my neck, all these nerves going down. It's killing my left elbow here. And see, my advice is never break your neck. Please don't break your neck. Like I did. Agreed or fatigue sitting in with them. He's answering, you know, the Anfield because, you know, let's enjoy the moment, boys. Steve says the new UCL format is not about football, it's all about making money. Absolutely. Absolutely. Be the whiz kid. I prefer it the old days when you had to be champions to get in it, and it was a straight knockout. Yeah, because that's why I keep saying about Bob Paisley. Bob Paisley's the only manager at the time to win the European Cup 3 times with the same club. He was the only manager to do it. Ferguson tried to emulate him, couldn't, and he got a night out. Shocking. Ali News. Always, as soon as Darwin is on the pitch, big chances keep coming. He is the best at that. He gets in the places. He's there at the right time. Just look today. Look again at those goals. He was just, he makes himself available. Sometimes he misses though, unfortunately. Kanate was on beast mode today, says Steve, being half fit and not injury free. This is the problem we've got. But I agree with you. They should send Everton to the USA to play PL games, and that will stop the wanting PL games. Says Paulo. Once it's sends Everton. And Steve says to Paul, great idea. Neil Caldwell. Darwin our hero. Yeah, he was our hero today. Absolutely. One of the lads was down there. He's been on the pod, you know, on the chat. and they're all down there. Been great. You know, he's been on the chat tonight saying about how great it was. And they're all celebrating Darwin's first, still celebrating, and he scored a second. So the celebrations went on to the end of the game. Brilliant. And Steve says, Frank, you are the only LFC channel guy that reads out 98% of the live chat comment and thumbs up. Thank you. Because you all need to be heard, you know, because some great comments, really great comments come from you, and they deserve to be read out, even if they're arguing. Sometimes when you argue, I just leave that, because I don't know whether it was. Has anybody seen the Red Bird? I haven't seen him for a while. I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. Red Bird, you know, because we all think about each other. This podcast. I hope he's okay. And Ali the Noose, take Gapco out, put Diaz back in his position, put Nunes in the middle, and leave Salah as right wing this season. Will work. Diaz, Nunes, Maka work very well together. Says our Romanian friend Ali the Noose. God bless, I couldn't do that show last night. I had no voice. You know, like, you know the way you get pains, and even my stupid face had pains as well. My gums, everything. Just like toothache. And I don't like, I've got painkillers there. And I don't like taking them. Steve says other clubs are getting their players signed up on new deals, selling and buying players very quickly. And over at LFC, we have Snarl, FSG dragging their feet on Trent, Virgil. Yep. It's not that. It's like, I think it was Ed, no, TW. Said on the chat before that he said, Richard, he's more like a Yeti, if you know what I mean. Like I'd say he's a conspiracy theory. He's not really there. He's an enigma, as they say. Diaz, as the false nine experiment, needs to be terminated now, says Steve. Yeah, I agree with you. It was good while it lasted, but he's no Bobby, is he? He knew how to play the role, Bobby. As soon as Nunes entered the pitch, chances keep coming up. He missed a lot, yes, but he misses a lot, yes, but he is always there. Love to see Chiesa more. I think now, if we're not getting rid of him, you will see more of him. That's a foregone conclusion. I think he'll play against Neil, by the way. Him and Darwin, to give them the minutes. And Elliott, he'll play as well. Jones will play. You'll have big names in that team, but you'll also have bigger names on the bench. Watch the Bournemouth game on the pub. Can Dickie Hughes get off his backside and bring us Dean Hussein? Is that how you pronounce Hussein? Right now, please. He'd be perfect to shadow the big Verge. And Tom sounds Norwegian, that, doesn't it? Watch the match live on my Telegram channel. There you go. So anyone who can't get the match, there you have it there. On his Telegram channel. Says Torn. So if you want, take a picture or write it down or go back when it's over and see what the lads put. And the cup I call him, Dan's ain't, he was in, Dan's ain't, he was injured. Oh, stuff for there. Dennis, sincerest thanks again for having me on the show. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Hugs to Francine. Will do, Dennis. I'll tell you you were asking about. Dan's names don't need to be in the Champions League squad. He's under 21, so he can play when needed. I didn't know that, Steve. See what I know now. It's all changed. It's mad. It's mad. Even the terminology of, like low block. Instead of saying parking the bus, low block. Ali Deuce. Darwin is everywhere, but not on the pitch. Last minute, he almost took another yellow card because he forgot he took one more a minute before. Darwin is such a character, man. He is very charismatic. Anfield Roar have his own war against Darwin, but we understand him, or at least we try to. He doesn't like Darwin haircut. I don't like his haircut myself, but we can't call Darwin. We've got to start great words today. The cop-out to Darwin to go, we don't hate, we get frustrated why we have seen Nunes or nines like Torres, Suarez, Rush score 30 plus a season. We want Nunes to do well. Don't worry about that. We do. Every one of us wants to see. And the Anfield says, Darwin the Goat and Noah Hyde. Ali Noose, my response to you, to your jibes, I'll quote Roki, it's his job. Fair play to Darwin, really happy for him. I always remember the 2 goals he scored against Newcastle. Very similar today, wasn't it? Ali says to Carlyle, because they are different players, Torres, Suarez were poachers, Nunes is a more team player. And to be honest, it's hard to equal Suarez. That guy was just perfect in everything. Brilliant. Suarez scored 30 yards all the time. 40 as well. Nice to go right down, please. And Ali says, Suarez was everywhere. He can head, he can run, agility, shots, stamina, everything on top. For me, the best player I saw at Liverpool. Hard to be like Nunes, tried, but it's hard to get there. The Anfield, and he's talking to Carlyle. Let them have their 15. Darwin is a regular, has a total eclipse of terms of goals. FS fan base keep, this is Steve, FSG fan base keep telling me FSG buying the players in January is a difficult fucking Yeah, I know. My reply back is FSG have difficulty signing players in the summer and January windows. So when do FSG sign? Good shout. Good reply, actually. Ali News to the Anfield Road. There is something you don't understand. I don't support Nunes because I like him. No, I support players who really give everything on the field for us. He is one of them. Brilliant. After I watched him kick the ball out of the stadium and London City, I thought it was Darwin's night, says Anfield Road to Callum. Going right down, boys. And then I'm going to wind it up. I miss J.K. Franco. Such a nice guy. Too bad he doesn't come on to the stream anymore. Ali, just follow him if you want. I'm not stopping anyone, you know. But he won't be coming on here again. I liked him. I like the Irish lad as well. But once they start fucking me around, it's the end of them. See, the JK lad, he messaged me, talking to him on the phone. And he said, I don't like jokes about me. I said, what jokes? He said, going to Chippy. I don't like it. I'm from the old school. I said, it's human. I said, they don't mean anything by it. They like it. I said, but I don't like it. What can I do? Do you want me to come on here and tell everyone on the chat, listen, don't be telling jokes or don't be humouring with JK because he doesn't like it. So he's got. Whereas Redbird says the Anfield, that's what I'm worried about him. If anyone's, you know, even if they see him on another pod, just hope nothing's wrong. Dennis Papera. Jameson's gargle will fix that throat. We'll fix that throat. Wait. I know. And Copite says, Ali, sorry lad, JK was a bit of a fruitcake, can't handle Northern England born man. Oh, been backed up. It's not just that, it's just that he just didn't like the joke. You know, lads coming on and saying, you know, where is he? Because he was always late coming on us, you know. And because a couple of them said he's gone to Chippy. Or he's gone to Chippy for some curry. What's wrong with that? I liked him, as I said. Thought he was good. He had his pen worth it. Knew his football. Nothing I can do. The IBR. Had we drawn today when we would be under massive pressure and had Nunes not scored, the comments in the chat would be very different tonight, as it's a fine line, winning and losing. Great shout, though. Great comment. I liked how he talks about football, knowledge, football knowledge. As I said, Ali, you know, he's on other channels. Just follow him on there. If you don't like this channel, you know, I can't tell people to follow this. This is a little community. people are respectful, like yourself, very respectful. But, you know, if you prefer going to a channel where, you know, you miss people, just go onto their channels. Nothing I can do. People have done. We care about people. Like Redbird, you know, we're worrying over Redbird because he was ill a few months ago. And we hope that he's okay today. I'm stressed out. That's why I'm itchy now. Stressed. Youssef says to Ellie, he goes on other Liverpool stream, and I don't know what the transfer fee was from Frank FC to that channel though. Might have been a free transfer. Yeah, free transfer. I don't ask anybody for anything. And Ali the News says, Tom Trond is a troll. Well, there you go. Let him be a troll. Gets read out. He's a troll. Fuck him. Mohamed smashed Newcastle, says Steve. Players signs on for fees or low fees, and their resale value has gone north. FSG need to sell LFC and buy Bournemouth. This club is ideal for FSG policy. FSG, Bournemouth, unfortunately, they haven't got the fan base as we have. Copite says, KK scored today. Defo get him. We won't get him, but someone else will. The Anfield, long trip, but worth it. London is officially an unfriendly place. It is, always has been. Some lass took offence because she got me dad's soup on her. And I said, can't be the worst thing you've ever spilt on. No answer to that. To be honest, Dan's don't know where he can play, says Ali News. We have so many attackers. Maybe if we play 1-1-9, it'll be all right. 1-1-9. 9-1-1. The outfielder. She has a cracking rack on her, to be fair. Oh, stop it. Cracking rack. So you shouldn't drink soup. Yeah, well, it's better than scalding hot tea, isn't it? Or scalding hot coffee. Do you know what? When I was in Amsterdam once. Anyway, that was another story. And it was fucking freezing. And I mean, freezing cold. I hate the cold as well. And even there, you know, the little river was all iced up. And the only thing that was hot drinking wasn't tea or coffee. It was hot chocolate. That was the hottest thing. So I used to get hot chocolate and a kebab out of this Turkish place. And I used to have loads of chili on. And that warmed me up. When I got back, you know, obviously, went out one night and I decided to have a kebab. First time back here. Saturday night. And I had this silver grey suit. And I got this kebab. I put loads of chili on. But all the chili, you know, you go like that, all down the silver grey suit. I was the end of that. Be the whiz kid. Waiter, there's a bird at my soup. So, how old lad, you reckon you could have? Took it out, yeah. There you go. Could have taken it all back to Liverpool. And Steve says, Frank, rumours are LFC are looking to sign a young quality number 6 player called Stiller. Plays in Germany. Asking price 25 million. FSG will more likely sign Ben Stiller from Hollywood for less than 20. Ben Stiller. I seen him in a film called Along Came Polly. It's funny. With Jennifer Aniston and Philip Seymour Hoffman. And Hoffman stole the picture. He was brilliant. Great actor though, wasn't he? Philip Seymour Hoffman. So true, lads. He's the unfair to Steve. The outfield to Carlyle. I'm 36. She was a London lass. She didn't laugh, to be fair. Oh, miserable bastards, to be honest. Miserable. And Steve says, Frank, I've got to go soon. Going to the chippy. This thing you go to the chippy. The unfair says to Steve, get us a pickled egg, lad. Pickled egg. Ali says, people are joking. We cannot just stay like statues and play a role. Of course, you're right there. You're right. We have a laugh. We talk serious. We disagree, we agree. That's the way it is. And we take care of our people. We care about them. If anyone goes missing, we care about them. Michael Corleone. Get it? LFC. Hey, don't Corleone. Michael Corleone. JK, disappointed that he had the backbone of a skeleton. More jokes, the merrier. Yes. And Noah Hyde. Hope Darrell is okay. Yeah, he should be. I haven't heard from him today, to be honest. He might have taken his little lad somewhere, little Austin. He might have, you know, you never know. He might have gone around to his dad's. He might have gone to his brothers. You just don't know. He'll be all right, I'm sure. Darrell. I'm getting you some soup from the chippy, says Steve to the outfit. The outfit says, Michael Corleone, LFC. So true. He turned Frank's bed down as well. And Steve, I was going to mention him, but I mentioned him, I think, did I? Mentioned a couple of weeks ago, and someone said that he's seen him on other, channels. Another channel, something, commenting. That's it. Sorry about this. I've got over me cold, but I've got this bloody thing back, that I suffer with. The itching. It's terrible. Steve says the Anfield, hotter the better. I love a 30 degree. I mean, I am not local, says the copper cow. I love talking to locals, me preferably, because you know your city, especially Frank. It was brilliant. It was brilliant story. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. The Anfield. Oh yeah, Scottish Bear. Where's he gone? Glad Lewis's kids is back. People dive in and out of here, but we all care for the whereabouts. Absolutely. Great comment. Great comment. Love it. And we do. We do. And Christopher, I Frank, brilliantly where Nunes showed his quality. You said he would score in his next game, and he did. Up the net. That's it as well, isn't it? It's just good. Thanks to you, Christopher. And Paul Owie, Yusuf, the transfer fee was a bag of chips and a cup of soup. You never had that cup of soup. No, I don't know whether I make it wrong or what, but it's terrible. Bag of chips, says Paul Owen. Transfer fee. Oh, cheers, Anfield, says Leader Whiz Kid. The Anfield. On Frank's channel, it's a place to be. You won't find anyone any more grey hairs anywhere else except with Sharon Stone. I think that soup's gone to his head or over that girl's head. She said all the soup went over the. They don't like us, all the soup went over the Brentford fans. Brilliant. The Anfield says, Leader Whiz Kids, I'm glad you're back, lad. Lord, lad. Yusuf, big up, lad. You haven't that today, lad. Bet you did a backward flip. Yeah, he came on, he said he was stressed out. These means a lot, mate, thanks. I was watching shows, but it didn't feel like interacting. Better now, though. That's it. Say anything, because we know that you're there. Anything. And the Anfield says, Steve, not Stiller, Artois. I've heard he only gives 5%. Ben Stiller. Anfield Road buzzing, lads. Went topless, ain't fit enough to do backward flips, says you say. Backward flips. Should have seen me. Should have seen me. Someone said to me, why don't you do it? A watch along. I will do one day. But I'll have to do it. Not here, not in here. I can't do it in here. But I could do it in my living room. But you don't want to see me. You don't want to see me, do you know? watch along. The Anfield says, Frankie's back on the health supplements. Yeah, protein. Protein, that is. Got to have them. Dead. Otherwise, I had no voice last night. Oh, see, all the Scotches, go for it, lad. See, the Anfield to you. Villa, wake up here, man. Man rolling over for them at the moment, says the copite. I'll leave you to it, boys. And Steve says, Frank, order that Huel black bag powder meals. It's better for you, easier on your stomach to digest. And the one you are having is too heavy on your stomach to do. Oh, thanks for that, Steve. Thank you. Thank you. I've got to try and lose weight. I put on loads of weight. Loads of it. Honestly. Do you know what I find a refreshing drink? And I meant to get some, forgot. Francine came down, she said, I'll do a little bit of shopping for you, Dad. What do you need? Told only a little bit, you know, only a little bit. And I forgot to ask her to. I told her as well. I said one of the most refreshing drinks. I said I don't mind having is you know tonic bitter lemon, soda water. You know what you're having, gin and tonic. And I just got one off the shelf one day, and brought it home. It was great. It's actually refreshing. I'm watching the telly, you know. Didn't half enjoy it. Thanks for that, Steve. And the Anfield, Lee Wiz kids, if you ever feel low, get online and chat to us. We'll cheer you up. Last week, murder over Nunes. The what I came up. The Anfield, was mad. It's great though, funny. I'll get on stage, says Steve. You are too funny, says to the Anfield Roar. He is. Copy Callum, says the Anfield. Are they playing crap? We've got it on in the car, but it isn't the same. Villa aren't doing well, they said. And you said, fuck the match. You just get the result. Villa are useless, playing like a pub side right now, says Yusa. And IBR. Ipswich at Anfield next, and the game that could spark us into form. I think today sparked us in. Yeah, you're right. We'll see how what Neil give us as well. And Copite says, Raw, Arsenal got Saliba out as well. And yep, Villa, defo underperforming. And Leader Wizkid says, cheers Anfield Raw, but don't like being a miserable sod when others have their own problems. You know, but thanks. No, just comment, Lee, honestly. That's all you've got. We all, listen, I've felt low myself, and I mean low. And I've done these pods feeling terrible. honestly. And you have a laugh. Brings you out a bit. Just a little words, little comments. I'll have to get on stage with Frankie's Francine. I'll probably fleece like when Joe Gomez is in the box. 60 to Steve. I think was it last night? No, she's doing a gig tonight in Oily. She'll be there now, doing a gig. God nuisance she is. I can swear when I know she's not looking in. Lord, if I watch Villa at Goodison, they were awful, to be fair. Says the complaint. Yeah, did you hear the what? No, don't want to hear it. It's not like that girl, is it, down at Brentford? The dwarf on the Brentford girl fan. Villa are awful at Goodison, to be fair. We're awful at Goodison, says the complaint. Not seen Scottish Bear in here for 2 weeks, on here for 2 weeks, maybe more. He hasn't been on here for weeks, IBR. And Yusuf says 2-0 the Arsenal. Yeah, damn it. No fear. What does a dwarf get when it walks through women? Oh, getting rid of that. That's terrible, that. Lovely girls might be listening in. Now, that's below the belt. That soup's got to his head, I'm sure of it. Lego Ed's capable of bottling 2 goals easy. It's the square ball, does it? Yeah. Lego Eds. And Lee says, thought they were experts with the corners. Yeah. And that is the red bit. Ah, fantastic. Hello, is it me, your local folk? You sound rough, Frank. Hope you're okay. I couldn't talk last night, Redbird. A couple of days have been awful. But today I'm a lot better. Today I'm a lot better. Thanks. Couldn't move last night. I couldn't do a pod. I had loads to say as well. I was doing the current affairs and a couple of conspiracy theories. And the Redbird, yeah, for you, Raw, as usual. Hey, up Redbird, bro. Was your ears burning, lad? Says Leader Whiz Kid. And Yusuf says, Villa are back in it. And that's the Callum 2-1. Come on, Villa. And sorry, shouldn't be talking about other games. I know it's a stretch, actually. What people are saying, especially me. And Jay Jupiter. Evening, Reds. How are we feeling after that game? Wonderful, Jay. Wonderful. It's been good. And Steve, you never order the black bag whole meals, cheaper than buying what you're having. These meals should be taken before 5 p.m. Thank you. I'll do that. I'll do that. Leader Whiskers say, square balls, that, and they are bollocks. Leader Whiskers swims. Maybe, I expected Arsenal to drop points against Spurs and Villa, as it's hard to see them dropping many more points this season, so expect the title to go to the wire, says the IBR. And the Redbirds, hi Callum, hi IBR, Wizzy, hi Stevie, hi Ali Denise, hi Christopher, hi Paul, hi Noah Hyde, that lovely. Maze up your hair, mate, just maze up. Hello Redbird, says the cop-out. IBR, Redbird, Yusuf, Redbird. And the Anfield, Redbird, you are right, brother. We love that, lad. We love that, lad. Glad you're, and there's in the drink. Redbird, been doing me Mars house up for there. I'm knackered. I see where you're coming from there. I'm connected. That's another fella, is it? IBR. Redbird back, so call off the search party, Franco. Yep. 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 The Redbirds, all good, bro. Just being well busy. Hope you're good, bro. Yes. Watch Villa turn into prime Barca against us, says Steve. Like that goalie, that Forest goalie, wasn't it? Okay, now. I'm not bothered. Honest. The Redbird. Hey Jupiter, how's your planet? Leader Whisker. Francis, you put more of her stuff on YouTube. She's proper funny. Takes some guts to do what she does, especially in the clubs and that. Yeah, I've never seen her, to be honest. Noah Hyde. Hey, that bears up the Reds. That's lovely. At least I know what Hyde's back. You remember when I said he might leave because of the Red Anfield Road when they were arguing over there, Nunes. He's a good lad. He's a good lad as Noah Hyde. Say that bird 3 times and you summon him, says the cop. Yes, C2, says Yusuf. Frank, looks like the government are going to fund or part fund United's new 100k stadium. Fucking shocking. Do you know what? You know where any roads end? You've got 2 fucking stupid corners. You should round them off. Should round them off. Take them fucking corners away and get the 2 together. The Annie Roads and the Kenny Dalglish, and also the main stand and the Annie Road. You've got 2 fucking massive corners. Stop. Even when it came out, I said, why are they putting a fucking square thing there? just rounded up, elevated a bit higher. And when it comes to the Kenny Dalglish stand, elevate that higher to coincide, and you'll only then get the cop to, whatever we'll do with the cop, to bring that up to standard. That's shocking, that, Steve. Says no. See, they're not fucking coming out with the court scores. That's shit, isn't it? Leader Whiskers says to Steve, not hospitals or schools, but a stadium for the school. What the fuck? I don't like it. Look, I've been a Labour man all my life, and I've mentioned this. Last election, excuse me, was the first time in my voting life since I was 18 years of age I didn't vote. Labour is not the party that I know. It's just a mirror image of the Tories. And I don't like those Tories. I do not like them. And the Yusuf says, my stream was 5 minutes behind for some reason. IBR, stop putting up these. Do me a favour, don't put up any scores, please. 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 Darryl there, no, you were talking about Darryl as well. Where's Darryl? I said he'd be all right. Didn't I? Frankie says to Darryl. Yeah? See? I said he'd be with his little lad today. I think. But, wherever. He's here. He's okay. Big up Darryl, mate, says Leader Whiz Kid. Anfield Road. Frank, do you think if we could turn corners into goals like that Arsenal lot, we'd be some team? Yeah. No one will beat us. Come on, 15 corners. And not one of them was useless. But then again, Brentford had everybody, didn't they? In that box. And Callum says, always have respect for Villa and Spurs. Wonder why. They're all letting on to Darryl, which is good. Darryl says IBR. Anfield Road. Darryl, big up, lad. That's lovely. And he's letting back on. And Darryl says, I always rotated Darwin, Frankie. Laugh out loud. I won't tell them what you said. And Leader Wizkid, real Labour ties with John Smith, yeah, and Blair took over. You might think I've gone off me rocker, honestly, but please, just hear me out. When Blair took over, and Gordon Brown was unbelievable as a chancellor. Tony Blair was unbelievable. Now, I said to a far left friend of mine, and I'm going back a couple of years ago, when I said to him, because he can only go back to Thatcher I can go back to fucking Macmillan, mate. Right. So anyway, I said to you, since Thatcher and all what we've got now, including Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, and this lot we've got in. And this is before, as I said a couple of years ago, I said, up to Rishi Sunak, I said, don't forget, you're like Cameron, and the likes of Truss, all those arseholes, Theresa May, all these pathetic arseholes. And I said, you working? Who's the best Prime Minister since you've been working under? And he looked at me. I said, hey, working under what Prime Minister? And he had to say Blair. He had to say Blair. So well, there you go. I never coached him or anything by saying, you know, Blair. I just asked him a straightforward question. Because Iraq ruined the legacy of Tony Blair. Iraq. That was it. And now you've got this prick. But you're right there, Leader Wizkid. Strange how he fucking died. Strange how Robin Cook died. David Kelly. We were fucking trust these agencies. And those Americans. Fuck them. Anfield says, Lee Wizkid, your earlier comment, never feel like you can't be a miserable or can't be on here. Christ, if you feel like that, best place to be is here. Frankie has enough good morale for us all. Just got on, as it not. If I would have seen that comment, I wouldn't have made that other comment there about Blair. Darrell, didn't you say you would score this weekend, says the copper? Steve, today, United's application for the new stadium is under the government regeneration scheme by saying the new stadium, shops, etc., will bring 90k jobs into the area and bring in over 7 billion for fuck's sake. Turnover. If you fucking believe that, then you believe anything. That's a fucking load of bollocks, that. I remember I was the historical consultant for Liverpool 1 for Grosvenor. And I always remember Mike's story. Do you remember it? And he said, this is going to create thousands of jobs for the Liverpool people. And I said, I became great friends with the person who overlooked. He just ran Liverpool 1. And I said, the leader of our council said there'd be lots of Liverpool lads working here. And he said, I don't deal in contracts. It's your council. Darrell, so pleased for you. I can't wait for you to come back. on the cam again when you're ready. Oh, that's lovely. No, Darryl was worried you wouldn't turn up. That's lovely. Oh, Darryl, we moved house today. We finally in our lovely best news. That I'll say that. You, Redbird, and everybody else. Redbird's okay. You've got your own. Ah, lovely. That's lovely. Young feels well. Darryl's so pleased for you. Like, can't wait for you to come back on the camera. That's lovely. Colin Blackshaw. Even a Frank Darwin to the rescue, eh? You never walk alone. Yes. I hope when Darwin scored, there's Darryl wasn't moving the couch and one of the Darwins had come up. They've scored. Evening, Colin, mate. Darryl, you got Nunes bed sheets. No, I said, Darryl, glad you made it. My mother-in-law is chasing me out of her house by the end of next month, and I haven't packed yet. My mother-in-law's chasing me. Never lived with a mother-in-law. Strange, I've always had my own place. Except for one. Where I love the lady. Then he had to find my own place. Steve says, Ratcliffe going to get his new 100k state-of-the-art stadium built by government funds or part funded by the government, and FSG should have done this. The area needs regeneration around Anfield. Don't fucking do nothing for us. Absolutely nothing. The fella who built Liverpool 1, was the Duke of Westminster. He just said, yeah, just over $1 billion. He said, yeah, build. And he did. Leader Wizkid, 100% Frank, you were spot on, mate. Blair won't be remembered for Good Friday Agreement, but dodgy dossiers and destabilising the Middle East. That's it. It's not just going into Iraq, it's destabilising. But I'm wondering why, or if he knew, why the Americans wanted to destabilise the Middle East in the first place. Because my theory is that, and it's being proved today, by the way, they wanted to destabilise with all the move, destabilise the Middle East, a few African countries, and you get the movement then of refugees all going into Europe. They wanted to destabilise Europe, and they have done. This is what you get. This is what you're getting now, with terrorist attacks and everything, and deaths. And industry is leaving, isn't it? Industry is leaving, and it's Germany's the biggest. They're losing everything, but they're fucking arseholes, cowards. I never thought I'd say that about the Germans. Never thought I'd say that. Schultz, fucking standing there when a reporter asked Biden when he was giving a press conference, and the Nord Stream was mentioned, pipeline, feeding Europe, because they were getting all cheap, gas. It was good for them. It was good for the economies, all European economies, especially the German economy. And Biden said, didn't he, if you've ever seen it, there's ways of destroying the pipeline. And the girl reporter said, how are you going to do that? And he looked. He says, we have means. And Schultz said no. And all of a sudden, a catastrophe, an environmental catastrophe. And Schultz said, try to blame Russia first. Now there's Zelensky wanting to fucking stay. He sends him, well, it's the Americans really, sending in missiles to try and destroy this other pipeline. Fucking horrible. Horrible. And Colin, I think the country was far better than placed in Blair when Blair was in power. The country is becoming rich or poor now. The rich throwing pennies at homeless people in the city centres. I dread to see how. That's a cracking comment, that, Colin. 2 great comments, thank you. And I'm glad that you agreed with me. So glad. See how Britain will be in 10 years, he carries on by saying. I dread for my 12-year-old granddaughter when she becomes, like, say, 30, married, a couple of kids, whatever, who'll be paying insurances to go and see a doctor. Because the way the Americans are, they've been after our national health for years. For years. You might think that I'm nuts here, but I'm not. But there's a hell of a lot of people, believe it or not, who are emigrating to Russia. You see in Russia lately? It's incredible. Freedom of speech, everything. Not only freedom of speech, but, you've got opportunities that you haven't got here. What opportunities have you got in Europe? Well, lots of people are. Look at Cuba. If you ever go to Cuba, look at the health system there. It's fantastic. And they've been living under sanctions for years. Same as the Russians. You might think that the Russians are just being given all these sanctions recently because of this SMO. They've been living under sanctions since 1924. Did you know that? Sanctions. Don't even argue with me on that. Right, I'm going to end on these lads. Leader Whiskey. Big up Colin, mate. Hey, Lee, mate, says Colin back. Tired of waiting for the third temple. Red heifers are soon going to be red cows. And Steve says, the American government, its allies, that is the UK, France, Germany, are all terrorist organisations who destabilise countries, set up internal wars so they can sell weapons to all sides. No wars, no profit. That's what you call covert operations, to put in puppets. You've got to look at Venezuela. They've been, that Blinken came out and said that, Maduro got in. And he said, no, it was a fiddle. It was once the regime changed there and then. Maduro stuck out Venezuela. They've been sanctioned for years of the Americans. They can't sell their oil. It's fucking shocking what they do. What right does America have to sanction anybody? Fucking horrible. Frank even walking around supermarkets, it's rich or basic food freezers, which insults the poor families buying cheap crap foods in big yellow labels. You've only got to look at food banks. You've only got to look at food banks. What a disgraceful thing. This country. I know nurses that go to food banks. Let that sink in. Nurses. People who are working, these people who are on these fucking things, basic wages. They have to go to food banks to supplement what they're getting. It's wrong. The cop-out says, think all chats watching this game. Yes, and I'm going to finish with you're right there, cop-out. And I'm going to finish on this. No, I don't think you're nuts, Frank, says Leader Wizkid. I agree with everything you've said, mate. My grandparents and great-grandparents fought a welfare state that will be gone in mine or my kids' lifetime. Disgusting. I always remember a few years ago, a lovely female consultant, and she said, privatisation is not coming through the back door anymore. It's coming right through the front door. Never forget that. You want to get the pay for their fucking prescriptions. They want the likes of me to pay for his prescription. We have the lowest state pension in the whole of Europe. Our people. Steve, I'm off to the shippy, lads. Bye. Good night, Steve. Take care, mate. Listen, boys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Early evening. Hope you enjoy tonight. I won't watch Match of the Day. Don't like the BBC. So, just enjoy it. Enjoy the fucking thing. And if you're ever going to match, our next home match, who is it? Ipswich. Go to these. That's scarf or a badge. Get it all quality stuff. Everything is quality. What they sell. Honestly, just go there. Mike and Michelle Dean will make you welcome. Honestly, they're lovely. You can even get everything online. Go online. That's scarforabadge.com. Go online. See what people. I'm telling you now, it's all quality stuff. It's all quality. It lasts. If you just wait 1 second, I'll get something to prove. And you've seen me wearing this thing. And I've had it since 2019. Just wait a second. Please, just to prove. Okay, now can't walk. Can't walk. Finished. This is just to prove the quality of stuff. Just let me take this off. Show you what I mean. Look at that. Look at that. Water on the day. Water's on the day. And I still wear it too, in the summer and that. Especially on here, when it gets warmer. When it gets warmer. So go to that scarf or a badge. As I said, all quality stuff. And I've had that now for what, 6 years? I think. Copite. Big win today. You never walk alone. Onto Neil, 3 points a game. Yes. Leader whiz kid. Great stream, as always. Thank you. And leader whiz kid. He's FM. Paul Owie. Up the Reds. And I'll see you all soon. I'm fucking freezing now. We go clear again. Arsenal drop points. Had to get the last red. After being 2-0 up as well. Don't forget we've got to play them at Anfield. Fuck them. Sorry to swear, boys, but that's the way it is. Thanks anyway, lads. Love yous all. And leader whiz kid. Great stream. Night all. You'll never walk alone. Nobody is good enough to catch us. Yes. To catch us. Yes. I did say they were flawed, says Stephen the Snake. He's been watching the match. And he's been listening to it, or seeing what you have been saying on the chat. Through the fella's Wi-Fi next door. And it's just for me to say thank you so much for keeping me company. Your throat is going. I'm very cold. There's no fucking eating in this place. Really cold. And I'll be seeing you next. It's Sunday tomorrow. Won't be doing that. Nothing tomorrow. We'll see you if you like history on Monday night, but definitely post-match Tuesday night after the Lille game. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm itchy to fuck here. Thank you. And as Stephen says, good night, Red. 6 clear with a game in hand. Do me. Do me. See you soon. Ci vediamo. Ciao, Bella.